Yeah.
Cool. Oh, oh yes, I want to continue. Hold on. Okay. Let me just full screen this. All right. So starting off with the, with the apricot slide, I won't spend too much more time on this, but this is one of the reasons I love apricot is because of the events. If you got, get to the events, like this type of business, like like an online business, right, where there's no products, there's no employee. It's like you got to get to the events. So I mean, I love the events because it gets me out of my home office where I spend like the majority of my time, like by myself. It's like every few months I go to an event, and it's just like it's rejuvenating, and I get to hang out with my friends and like mastermind about business and be around people that are entrepreneurial thinking and like that I don't normally get to interact with in my day-to-day life. It's phenomenal. And apricot throws world class events, with just a speakers, guest speakers, and just amazing content, and then some great parties. That's a picture of me with Dave Bangle, the CEO, and Bob Proctor, the CTO, at our '90s themed party. And I think that I was the best dressed there at the '90s. I was like
Hands down.
I was like I went as like a '90s nerd basically, and I think I pulled it off pretty well. Okay, so all right, what are we at here? Okay, this is what I want, and I'm glad that Josh asked like who's spent the most on leads, because I had this slide right in the beginning. Okay, so this is showing a Google Ads account with $8 million in spend. And this is not solar, right? And you can see in the top right, you see the January 1st, 2019 to November 2023. So about a period of about 4 years. This is a kind of a business partner of mine. His name is Matt. I'll show you that's Matt right there. He's a mentor and a partner of mine. This is his ad account, and this is mostly in the business opportunity, make money online, make money from home industry. And this ad account has $8 million in spend. And I know for a fact that he actually has a couple other ad accounts with a couple million, here and there. Just to like, I'm showing you this because I want to show you what is absolutely possible here. Like, I want to do this in solar. I think that we could get to the point where we are spending this much money. I mean, this is over a 4 year period, right? Like, I would love it. It would make my just nothing would get me more excited than if our team could spend this much money on ads and lead gen. And I mean, think about this, like for somebody like him, somebody like Matt, to, let's just call it $10 million, to spend $10 million on YouTube ads on one advertising platform. I mean, he probably made between 30 and $40 million off of that ad spend, right? And I really do think, like, I think that with the runway that we have in solar, and with just some of the expertise that we have here, and the team that we have here, I mean, I think that this is a legitimate possibility. And I want to be I really think that I could become, and my team could become, the biggest lead generators in the solar space. And this is, I mean, we're talking multiple $100 billion industry. I mean, it's saying a lot, and it's gonna take a lot. But hey, the time is gonna pass anyway, right? Get like that's one thing that I've learned along the way. And I gotta be careful here, because like I have so much stuff that I want to share, and I don't want to spend too much time on any one thing. But like um um I mean, I really see this as a possibility for us and for this team, and I'm just excited to be doing it with you guys. So let me move on here. Okay, all right. I showed you Matt. Okay, look at this. This is from, it was either that campaign or this other one. You see, it's the arrow is pointing to booked calls, and it's showing 13,459 booked calls. So that's 13,000. But I mean, imagine 13,000 solar presentations. I mean, we're talking dozens of sales reps over the course of a very long period of time. But we can do it, and I think like we want, I used to think that this stuff was about like solving my crummy little problems. Like I was broke, I was frustrated with where I was at in my life, and I really thought like I'm gonna figure this online business stuff out so that I could solve my crummy little problems and fix my crummy little life that I had at the time. And I realize now that it's actually not about solving like our tiny little problems. It's about taking on problems that are worthy of our lives. And that's what I think that we can do here. And I think that taking that on from a lead gen perspective is a problem that's worthy of my life. And I just wanted to kind of kick it off with that. Okay. Okay, so let me share just a little bit about my experience in the home business industry. I've coached thousands of entrepreneurs and direct sales professionals over the years through my coaching programs and courses and live events. This is a direct sales company I was promoting back in 2015, 2016, and this company was unique in that every time me or someone on my team would make a sale, the company would cut, print, and mail a physical check. So these are all check stubs. So I actually took all the check stubs and I put them all on my like floor just to give you a perspective of like all these. But like I would go to the mailbox, I'd drive to the PO box, and I'd get like sometimes like 12, 15 checks at a time. And they'd be like for like, anywhere from like 300 to like $1,500 each. So like every single time going to the mailbox was like Christmas. Like it was like, and like that was just one of the things that just totally opened my eyes to like just limitless potential and possibilities in the world of affiliate marketing, in the world of direct selling, right? And then now I do fun stuff. Like I'll put all these checks and I'll make videos like showing and telling the stories about it, and pull, get even more people interested in working with me. Just to show you that the checks aren't like 5 cents each. You can see like 1,400, 1,500, 320, 450. Okay, anyway, this was my first affiliate marketing run. $225,000 in affiliate commissions paid over the course of a handful of years, and this was my first like big success in affiliate marketing. And I ended up over the course of about 5 years, I enrolled over 800 people into that particular affiliate program, including the number one income earner in that, like the number one all-time producer in that system. And it wasn't like a big like multi-tiered thing. It was a 2-tier affiliate program. So I got paid off of my direct sales and any of their, and it stopped at two levels. But that one guy, the one affiliate that I brought in, became the number one producer, and I made $50,000 a year for the next 5 years just off of that one affiliate alone. And that's the possibilities that you have here. Like you can bring one person into this business that becomes just a complete game changer for your entire business and your entire life. You can enroll one person into Apricot that ends up being worth $100,000 a year to you, right, over the next 5-10 years. Like that is absolutely possible here, but you got to be putting up the numbers in order to find that person, because that he wasn't the first person I ever enrolled. he was probably the 50th person I enrolled. I'd enroll 50 to find that one guy. This was my merchant accounts between 2020 and 2021. So I essentially doubled my income between 2020 and 2021. Using a lot of these strategies and principles. And then this is what I call my piano drop moment. It's like such an aha moment that it's like somebody dropped a piano on your head, right? So basically, somebody told me very simply that if you can spend $1 and you can make $2 back, you'll never have to worry about money for the rest of your life, right? And that's what they told me. That's what somebody told me, and it was just such an aha moment. It changed the trajectory of my life because then I started thinking like in terms of, okay, how do I spend more money, right? How do I put more money into this machine, right? And the same goes for your solar business. If you can figure out how to put $1 into leads, and get $2 back, you'll never have to worry about where your next deal is going to come from in your business. So I like sharing this. This is anytime I look at a business, or like I come into a new business or a new industry, it's like I'm breaking it down. I want a lot of people struggle and flounder because they lack clarity, right? And this can really provide a lot of clarity, right? So you want to think of your business in these terms: the what, the how, and the who. Okay, so the what is like your product, your company, the comp plan, the offer, right? That is the what of your business, right? Then there's the who, which is your audience, your leads, your prospects, your customers, and your team, right? And then there's the how, right? That's the how are we gonna, like every business, like when Google started or when Microsoft started, like they had to have a conversation about, okay, how are we going to get in front of our customers? Like how are we going to run paid ads? Are we going to do organic content? Are we going to try to make it all based on referrals? Like, every business has to have that conversation in the beginning of like, okay, how are we going to get in front of our customers, right? And basically what I'm going to be sharing with you the rest of this presentation is answers to these questions. We've already got the what in place. We already know what we're selling, that's clear, what we're offering, right? The unique selling proposition of Freedom Forever and Apricot Solar, that's the what of the business, right? Then you really need to get clear on the how and the who, right? How are we going to get in front of these people? How are we going to acquire customers? So does that, I know I've been going a lot. I just want to kind of pause here. Is this let me just ask you this: is this valuable to you? Have you guys are you getting some value from the stuff that I'm sharing up to this point?
100%.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So okay, yeah. So the how is like like lead gen, selling processes. That's the how, and that will lead you to the who, which is the audience, your leads, your prospects, your customers, and your team. All right. Oh. Okay, so the biggest barriers that stunt growth in virtual solar sales and lead generation, number one is marketing, and number two is tech. Okay, so let's talk marketing for a minute. This is a screenshot from my Facebook leads campaigns, and you can see, if you look at the top right, the arrow in the top right is pointing to.
Adam, you're still showing the what, the how, and the who.
Oh, geez. Okay. Hold on, let me
No, I see the campaigns.
He wasn't
I see the campaigns.
Oh, maybe my computer's just being slow, y'all. Sorry.
Oh, good.
What's up, Joaquin? Welcome to the party.
You see what you're talking
Sorry,
about,
I'm
Adam?
late. I was in an appointment. Got him to apply. We're gonna close him.
Woo-hoo.
All right. So, okay, top right. You see the arrow in the top right is pointing to the date range, which is showing 7 days, and it's actually the last 7 days. So it was, whatever these past 7 days. So over the past 7 days, and then you can see the bottom arrow is pointing to the fact that we generated 112 solar leads from Facebook in the past 7 days. And then on the left, you can see the campaigns. So I like to be very organized with like how I structure these campaigns. So I've got them segmented into Northwest, which you can see the Northwest, there's only 2 leads because we just started testing that. We're only testing that campaign at like $25 a day right now. And it's just for testing, just to like go into some new markets and see what happens, right? Then you've got the majority of the leads coming in the Southeast campaign. So the Southeast, that is our Central Florida campaign, our Northern Florida campaign, our South Carolina campaign, and our Virginia campaign. That's all in the Southeast. Then we've got our Southwest campaign, which is actually targeting Texas, Boise, Idaho, although there's not a whole lot of people in Boise, so we might get like 1 lead every few days from Boise, but there's a lot of people in Texas, so we can kind of make up for it in Texas.
Boise, bro, they have like 3 cents per kilowatt hour rates out there.
Dude, Idaho is insane. The state of Idaho will pay for 40% of your system. It's crazy.
All right, give it back.
But and then we've got our Northeast campaign, and that's the campaign that produced the lead that Bob closed yesterday in Massachusetts. So we've got our Northeast campaign is actually targeting Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Southern New Hampshire. But and that's just right now. I mean, that's just based on like our current ad spend. What I love about like a paid advertising campaign like this is that like I mean, we can scale this to the moon. I mean, I showed you the screenshot of my friend's ad account that he spent $8 million in. I mean, I know of like local solar like guys that are generating solar leads in local markets where they're spending $200,000 a month in Tucson, Arizona. Not even the entire state of Arizona. They're spending $200,000 a month just in the Tucson market. Like that's what I'm sharing some of these numbers with you because I want you to like, I kind of want to like break your brain with like what like some of the just like what is possible here for us, because we're not spending that much money right now. Like the amount of money that we're spending, like we could easily double, triple, as long as we have the demand for it, right? We could double, triple the budget and pretty much keep everything, generate 2 times, 3 times as many leads without affecting the cost per lead all that much.
What is the average cost per lead based on that campaign or these campaigns?
Well, I'll tell you. Like,
get into that. Don't make him spill the beans.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, he's like he's begging for it. He's only showing half the column.
Joaquin, go back to the deal and finish the paperwork. All right, it was quieter before.
Bobby. Let the grown-ups talk.
Am I gonna have to mute everybody out here to keep order on this call? All right. So I've also I've created a CRM system that I call Solar Market Makers. So this is actually I've designed other like marketing systems like this before, but I've built this one like specifically for solar, and it's a contact management system. Like that's really what it is. It's a way of managing your contacts, right? And contact management isn't that important if you only have a few contacts, but we're managing thousands of contacts in our system. I mean, if you're getting leads coming in every single day, you're going to want a system for keeping those leads organized in a way where you can know where, the different stages, so you can prioritize your own follow-up. And I'm just telling you the more you want to grow in business, if you have goals of getting to like big levels, contact management is going to become more and more and more important for you. Otherwise, you're going to be leaving opportunity on the table, right? And I'll talk more about, the system and everything as we go. Okay, so over the past year and a half that I've been in solar, and then the 15 years prior to that, or whatever, in direct sales, I've learned that for online solar leads to work, 3 things must be in place. Number 1 is benefit-driven ads. So you see solar ads out there that talk about like, the government will pay for your entire system and like free solar, and they use these like, bait and switch marketing messages, right? Which might get some people to click. We call it clickbait, but it's not really good for producing consistent quality leads. Number 2 is buyer intent, and then number 3 is engagement and follow-up. So these are 3 things that I've discovered that you need in place, to make it work, right? It can't just be leads. It has to be the right kind of leads with the right follow-up and the right intent on the part of the user. So I'm going to break each one of these down. So number 1, benefit-driven ads. Okay, so these are like, the left side is an example of a YouTube video ad that I made. The right side is an example of a Facebook ad. So it's video ad and an image ad, right? The video ad, we could use it on YouTube. We might rework it for something like TikTok or another video platform. And then on the right, we've got, an image ad for Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. And there's like a little delay. I hit the next button in it, and then it skips ahead 2 slides. All right. Number 2 is buyer intent, right? So after they see the ad, they click on a button that says "Go Solar" or get my solar quote, right? And then they fill out a form asking for their address, their information about how much they're spending on their electricity bill, confirming that they're the homeowner, things like that, right? And then we actually send out a text message saying, hey, you just got a new solar lead. And it happens in real time. That's why we say, that's why we call our leads like exclusive real-time solar leads, because you'll get a text message notifying you of your lead like the moment they fill out that form. And the faster you can get on the phone with them, the better your chances. I saw a statistic, and there's all kinds of statistics out there about like follow-up and stuff, but one I saw the other day was that if you do not contact your lead within 30 minutes of them filling out the form, the chances of you getting them on the phone go down by like 1,000%, 1,000x or something like that. I don't know how accurate some of these stats are, but it's a lot. It makes a big difference. Speed to lead makes a really big difference. And then number 3 is engagement and follow-up. So we do that in our CRM system, with automated text messages, right? So we'll send a text like, hey, we just received your request for a solar quote for your home at, and then we'll actually put in their address. And then we'll say, can you confirm that we have the right address? And they'll say yes, or it's a great way, using text messaging and especially automated text messaging is a great way to like really assist the appointment setting process. And and we do that inside our CRM system, right? And then here's an example of how we were, we got a bill, we got a bill sent over by text message, and a lot of times we will get the homeowner on the phone. This was a case where they sent the electric bill, we set up the appointment, all via text. We didn't even get this particular homeowner on the phone. Usually though, we will get, better sit rates if we speak to the homeowner first. So, that's always the goal, but sometimes they're just not willing to get on the phone. They're like, they want to do everything over text. Okay. So that's a little bit about our solar market maker system. I'm skipping ahead. Okay. All right. So inside, here's a peek of the inside of the system. So this is what's known as an opportunity pipeline. So the leads come into the opportunity pipeline, and then they're in different stages of the pipeline based on either where the lead came from or what stage of the process that they're in, right? So if they engaged, the system moves them into the replied engaged, like if they respond to the text message, right? If we set the appointment, we move the lead into the appointment set stage of the pipeline. So as you can imagine, if you have a lot of contacts to manage, being able to see where at a glance where each lead is in the process can really help you prioritize your follow-up and make sure that, opportunities don't fall through the cracks. And I use these pipelines for managing solar leads like homeowners, but I also use them for even managing team members. So like I'll have different stages of the process for like, this person enrolled, they completed the getting started training would be like another stage of the pipeline. They completed Ape Academy. They enrolled their first, they made their first sale. They hit XYZ rank, like that, that kind of thing. So I use these pipelines for managing homeowners as well as managing team members. Okay, and then I actually also have a training that I put together called Solar Market Makers University, which is a 5-part training all about like how to use the system to set appointments. And then it's not just like how to use the system, but also like, there's scripts and there's other things about like recorded calls and things like that. Just so that you get really good at setting appointments. Like the whole goal is to show you how to set 10 quality solar appointments per week. So if you have this plus, leads that we're generating for you, then, it can make a big difference. Okay. So I just skipped ahead a little bit accidentally again. Okay. So, all right. So let me pause here. How many of you guys want to get ahead this holiday season and get some momentum going into 2024? Guys, I have had some of the best months, or like some of the best months of the year in my business in previous years have happened in the month of December. And a lot of it is because like I just love the idea that a lot of people pull back, and it's like, I just like doing the opposite of what most people do. Right. So like in seasons where most people take a step back, I like to use that as a reason to take a step forward that I can then use to create some major momentum going into the new year. Right. Because you guys know, as entrepreneurs, and especially in solar, like we're getting paid now from work that we did 2-3 months ago. Right. So like if you want to, if like you really want to, have a transformational January, February, like first quarter of the new year, like you got to start thinking, planning, and putting, taking action now, not in the beginning of January. Right. All right. So what I'm going to offer you guys is a 25 exclusive real-time solar leads. Let me just before I get into the specifics of this, was this valuable for you guys? Like, have you guys learned something? You got some aha moments, some takeaways? Like, have I provided enough value that you're going to give me permission to make you like a paid offer right now? But as long as it's a paid offer, like to get the same leads that Bob just closed an $11,000 sale for me and him yesterday, the same leads that Stanley used to close a sale earlier this week. It was responsible for Merlin's last sale. Have I provided enough free value to you where you're going to allow me to make that offer to you right now? Is that cool? Do I have your
I think I can speak for the group when I say understanding this is huge. Nobody else does this for us. So knowing where the money goes is a big deal. If I'm going to give someone $2,000, $7,000, $10,000 of my money, and I have 10 times over, believe me, getting to know where the money goes and that you know what the hell you're doing and that it's getting used efficiently, and then I'm going to get a quick return on my money. I'm like, seriously, where do I sign up? I'll take 10. I'm so excited after understanding everything that you just explained right now. Makes me feel so much better about investing my family's money to get a return on it. Because it's not just our money. It's not just the people in these little pictures. It's the family that we support behind them and the people that we take care of and stuff. It's their money and making sure it's their future. And the confidence that I feel right now, knowing that you know what the hell you're doing with my money, makes me feel so good. I'm so excited. I'll take 10. So absolutely. I'm excited.
Thank you.
I just want to say real quick, nobody get your hopes up. The Tucson market evidently is already tapped out. I know you guys are excited. They're spending $200,000 a month there because it installs in like 4 hours. I'm pretty sure Tucson's like super fast, but don't get your hopes up. Tucson's tapped out. Back to Adam.
All right, thanks. All right, so 25 exclusive real-time solar leads. All right. Before I get into the details, right, of the specifics of the offer, I just want to share the what we call the 30-50-20 rule. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's the 30-60-30 rule. The 30-60-30 rule says that 30% of your leads will book appointments, 60% of those appointments will sit, and then 30% of those sits will close, right? And anybody that's worked online leads, this is pretty common, right? It's like if you're doing anything above 30% from lead to appointment, like you're crushing it. But 30% is like a good baseline. Like as long as you're hovering around 30% of your leads to book an appointment, right? Then that's you're in a good range there when it comes to online leads. And then of that, 60% of them sit, right? And then of that, 30% of them will close, right? And that's basically a recipe for turning 25 solar leads into 1 to 2 solar closes, right? So that's basically what you can, what you can expect with, with online leads in general, right? Our man Josh Wiles says these are the best online solar leads I've ever sat down with. Last month, 4 of my sales came from Adam's leads. That was from a couple months back, and that was from our YouTube ads. But guys, when we were running YouTube ads, we were selling leads for $60 a pop because or even more than that, because like YouTube was a lot more expensive. Now we're on Facebook. We're generating the same leads for a fourth of the price of what we were generating for on YouTube. So we're able to kind of pass those savings on to you, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. We use these leads and engagement campaigns to close 50 solar deals in 90 days over the summer, mostly closed by Josh and Bob, actually, and then a few by Patrick also. Normally these leads retail for $60 a lead, which for 25 leads would actually be $1,500 at kind of our old pricing, right? But we wanted, we wanted to do, Josh asked me, if we could do something special for the Sunny Badgers on the team tonight, or on the team call tonight. So we're giving you guys a special end of year, holiday pricing deal, right? Which is 25 exclusive real-time solar leads for $1,000. Okay. And if you want to take me up on that, then go to solarmarketmakers.com/go to take advantage of this, special end of year pricing. And real quick, I just want to say, like, they're exclusive real-time leads. They're exclusive because we don't sell them to anybody else, right? These are leads that once they fill out the form, they go to you and only you, right? And we call them real-time leads because you will get notified in real time. Like, they fill out the form, and within seconds of them filling out the form, you're getting a text notification to your phone alerting you of the new lead. Okay, but on top of that, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish your on top of that, and then when you're done, I want to make a quick disclaimer, and then we'll open it up. I know Bob wants to share. I'm sure Joaquin might have some questions. People may have some questions. So,
right. So just quick recap on essentially what you're getting here. I mean, you're getting a proprietary marketing system, curated training, system training and support, ad campaign management, and done for you exclusive solar leads. Okay. You're also getting the system, and my system's being slow again. Okay. You're also getting our Solar Market Makers system. You'll get 3 months for free in the system. After that, if you want to continue using it, you either buy another package and you'll get more, months for free, or you pay $29 a month for the system, or you just say, I don't want to do that, and then you export your leads from the system and you go on your way. But you get 3 free months as a bonus for this package, as well as, like I said, my how to set 10 quality solar appointments per week. Solar Market Makers University that comes inside the system, like as a bonus, where you get scripts and recorded calls and all that stuff. You know, we just want to turn you into an absolute appointment setting pro. Go ahead, Josh. That's basically what I got.
Okay, if you want to drop the link, the solarmarketmakers.com/go in the chat. Couple of things real quick. First off, thank you, Adam. Guys, please throw some love in the chat. Give it up for Adam Chandler. I know you worked hard on this, bro. This was absolutely fantastic. Way to not just show where the money goes, way to have the value, way to paint the vision, and make an offer that you know, maybe for the people who didn't get into Ask Solar, maybe for the people that couldn't come off the $2,000 right out of the gate, maybe this is a little more attainable for them. Now, with that said, guys, this is huge value. Do I believe that it's worth it? Absolutely. Would I, in a million years, ever have Adam on and have him share this if I didn't believe that it was not just safe, but also fantastic? Now, with that said, there's no guarantee. You guys understand with leads, he could give you guys the highest quality leads out there. And if you don't know what to do with them, if you're not, going to be a quality appointment setter, if you're not going to use the help, if you know what I'm saying, like if you're just going to blow the money and not do anything with it, like, please, like, hold on to your money. We don't want the baggage. We don't want the negativity. We don't want the complaints. This is for people that can swipe $1,000 3 weeks from Christmas and not bat an eyelash. This is for people that understand that this is solar, this is construction. And while we can, luck out and run into an install that happens in 7, 10, 30 days, 45 days, the majority of the time, it could be 2 to 3 months before you see any return at all. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just want to make it 100% real. But at the same time, guys, everything he's saying is true. I have an account with Solar Market Makers. I get texts throughout the day. I get leads. Bob, that's probably what you had your hand up. I think you were going to share. I'm going to kick it to Bob now because, bro, you're talking to the homeowners. You're on there engaged every day.
Yeah. Real quick, Adam, great job, man. That was, I love the Adam trainings. I just always tell my wife that I'm going to be late to bed whenever I see Adam on here. Look, so I've been working with Adam for a while now. We were doing the YouTube campaign for a while. The difference with the YouTube campaign is there was a middleman. I wasn't talking to them directly. I wasn't talking to them right away. It would be an appointment that was set on my calendar. Still great leads, but as you heard him, they were expensive. Now, coming over here, getting the notification right to my phone, right when that lead comes in, it's direct. You know, you get the people that fill out the form at 2:30 in the morning. Don't suggest texting them or calling them, but that is the best time to talk to them when they're first on the phone because they're on the computer, they're filling out their information. I just want to quickly touch on the deal that I had yesterday, and the only reason I want to touch on it is because of how simple it is. People are clicking on the ad, they're going solar. He clicked on the ad, he was interested. I called him within probably 30 seconds. You heard Adam talking about the stat. I think he said something like within the first 5 hours or something. Somebody else posted in the chat. Brian, I think he posted like, oh, well, it's actually like within the first 5 minutes. I think you get that text, you should instantly, whatever you're doing, you drop the ball and you call that person right away. And that's what I practice because they're right in front of the computer. They just filled out the form. They're almost shocked when you call them. They're like, oh, wait, you're calling me right now? I talked to this guy, Sean Miller, yesterday. He was like, oh, yeah, I just filled that out. I've heard a lot about it. I don't want to lease it. Perfect. I'm going to show you what a PPA looks like. And I swung it. I started out showing him Aurora. This is right over the phone. He had the bill right then. He said that he owns the house with somebody else. I said, okay, well, hey, I put my kids to bed at 7. How about we jump on a phone call at 7:30? Perfect. Jumped on a phone call. I closed him over the phone, him and his friend that both own the house together. I said, this is what it would be for ownership. This is what it looks like. But hey, if you go with the PPA option, I can lock you in at $199. 2.99 escalator to $10,400 commission. It all happens within that day. From the point that that lead came in, he filled out the form, such a clean deal. Called me this morning. The site survey was late. Site survey already happened. It's already in project review. So you look at something like that. The homeowner called me, hey, site survey is not here. She wants it. She wants it. People filling out these ads, they want solar. They're just looking for the right person. I talked to somebody today. They've already worked with Sunrun before. They weren't happy with their experience. Perfect. I could show you Sunrun, but I think Everbright's a better option in that area that you're in because I already know the utility. I already know information about it. You have an advantage with these leads, not only with the price is fantastic, but the advantage that you have with these leads is you have 1 minute to type in the address, to know that property, to know what the utility bill is, to know if they're going to qualify for solar based on what their house looks like. And then you jump on the phone, you're like, almost as if you're at the house. I'm on Google Earth looking at their house. And I'm telling them, oh, yeah. You still have that big tree in the front? Yeah, no problem. I think that we can work around that. But hey, would you be comfortable removing that tree if we did? Like, it's perfect. You're going to run into some deals that maybe don't make sense. You're going to run into, I had a guy, I just told Adam about it. I had a guy that he already has an off-grid system in New Hampshire. He said, oh, it was an error. I didn't mean to fill out that form. It's going to happen. That's part of the lead game. That's not a lead that you're going to get returned. That's a lead that you put in for. And if you look at that 30-60-30 rule, I think those numbers are very generous. I think that we should be able to close 3 out of 25. But hey, you close 1 out of 25, think about how much money you just made on your investment. Not only that, to kickstart your business here. Adam, great job tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity that you're giving to all of us. I'm looking forward to seeing how we blow up. And I think you already said it, but Sunny Badgers are going to be the greatest lead generation in the company.
Hell yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Joaquin, did you have Patrick, I know you had your hand up, and then I'll go to Joaquin. And Ian, if you've got anything or if anybody had questions, if you've got questions, drop them in the chat, guys. I know we're going way over tonight. It's like the longest team call in the history of definitely.
I'll be fast. So dealing with Adam, I teamed up with one of the setters in this room. I don't want to call anybody out. One of the setters in this room asked me to team up with them, and I've been teaming up with them just in the last 2 days. Today, I got 7 calls. I had 7 calls that hit me immediately. There are people that came from Adam's leads. So in terms of turnaround, that's been one of the major issues. I've invested over $100,000 over the last couple of years in leads and lead sources and companies that maybe were questionable, and without putting in too much. Like I don't want to say too much because the dollar amount. I want to express to you guys that you're getting a crazy discount. You're basically getting in for cash, and I can't tell. I don't want to give away too much necessarily, but this is an opportunity that you're not going to get again. This is an opportunity to get in. It would be like investing your own money and being an expert and not paying anybody else to do this. You're having somebody do this for you who has a lifetime of expertise and isn't really charging you for this opportunity right now. So if you do have it, if you're in a position to move forward and you really do want to invest in your future here, this is the one that you want to take advantage of. I can't give away any more than that, but just know that I got 7 today. They were all really good, and you're going to see a lot of activity from me this coming week because of it.
And bro, I didn't know you got 7 today, or maybe you texted me earlier and I just
we talked about it a little bit. We'll see. Watch this next week. Watch what happens.
Yeah. Joaquin, real quick, Adam, can you choose the market? It's that $1,000 batch is based on the markets you have available. And maybe you can specify on that on a side note, or text James directly or something.
Yeah. I mean, and I can address it right now too. I mean, we're I mean, we can't go into like I can't guarantee that price if we were to go into like Southern California. Like I've never generated leads in California. I'd like to try, but I'm not gonna I mean, leads could be 2 or 3 times that much in a market that I haven't gone into. So as long as it's one of the markets but the good news is that I'm in lots of markets. I mean, you saw the Northeast campaign, the Southeast campaign, the Southwest campaign, and the Northeast campaign. We're in a ton of great markets, and we can definitely choose between those.
I love it. Joaquin, bro, I know that you have some stories of your own. You've got your own experience in this world that Adam's talking about with these packages. I know you've sold some deals from exclusive leads too, haven't you?
I have. I've paid for leads just like Patrick. I've actually generated leads myself and campaigns and stuff, and the headache that goes into all of that is probably way more than what anybody wants to try and figure out on their own. And the price that Patrick is offering, or I'm sorry, that Adam's offering is really, really good, especially when you consider he's kind of showed you the whole like how he's doing it. And the reason why that's important is because I have lost, and I'm sure Patrick has probably been in the same boat. This industry is riddled with people who overpromise and underdeliver. Let me just put it that way. I've lost thousands of bucks of people saying, "Hey, you want some appointments? I'm gonna give you a deal," and then, thousands of dollars later, they're gone. That's just the industry's full of those swindlers.
Me and Patrick were scammed by the same guy.
Across the country.
Wait, what's his name?
Same exact dude.
What's his name?
He was a Cuban guy. I don't remember his name. I have to look it up. I'll tell you after the call.
Yeah, tell you after the call, because they may have gotten me too at some point. But anyway, thousands of dollars lost.
I lost $3,000. It was like and that's what it was like a classic scammer move. Like he got you, like at first he kind of pulls you in by giving you like some decent leads at a not so terrible price, and then and then once he gets your trust, he's like okay, then he's like I've got this buddy who generates the best appointments. It's gonna be $3,000. And then the next thing you know, you're forking out for $3,000, and then the guy's gone. Like it's like no, yeah.
I got taken for 6,000, but I sold a deal and made a few thousand on it. So, yeah, that's what they do. It's almost a business in and of itself. It's horrible. So anyway, my point is to be able to work with a guy like Adam, someone who's trustworthy. He's been here for a year and a half. He's not here today and gone tomorrow. He's, I really trust him, and I think you guys should too. And I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not on camera. I want to second that. Adam and I had the pleasure of working right when you started, and he told me the world that he came in from, and he told me that this is what he was going to do, with what was it, YouTube ads, I believe, when we first started, right, Adam? Yeah. So and he said he was going to do all of this, and the good stuff doesn't come easy. And I think it's been a year and a half now, and It looks like you're here. I'm very happy to see it. Little bit of advice to everybody making calls: make calls. Don't just take those leads and sit there and think they're going to be magic. As soon as that lead hits, you need to be on it right away. And more importantly, the value in leads is the follow-up. I'm seeing stats between 18 and 20 touches before you can expect that you're going to be closing on the project. So when you invest your money, invest your time. What you did where you are right now is a result of what you did 90 days ago. And I think Adam hit that on the head. Let's prepare for Q1 and start doing that right now. But yeah, the price is amazing. I'm going to piggyback on what you guys are saying. I've spent a lot of money on leads. And one of the things that you'll find is, they pass through a lot of hands before they get to you, number one. And number two, even when you do get them, you might start out very hot, but the second batch isn't so hot. So, having somebody that you know and trust providing you with that opportunity is amazing.
That's right. Can
I add one thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Merlin.
I started with Adam, and so for the first leads that I didn't have a trainer that was training me or anything like that about how to talk to him or anything like that. And I just noticed Bob's comment there about talking to your trainer. One good thing about these leads, that being that they are sent to you live, they are interested in talking to you. It's not rocket science. They're interested in talking to you about solar. So you ask one question: how long have you been looking into solar? And I mean, they tell you everything that you need to know, and you keep your mouth shut. And then you ask for an electric bill. It's not rocket science with these. And but you have to stay consistent on them. So they're good leads, but people have short-term memories. So it's like Adam said, jump on it when it comes through. And if they don't answer the first dial them again. If they don't answer the second dial them again. And a lot of times it's triple taps, and it always works. So
yeah.
Thank you, Merlin. Guys, you guys have heard from people who have been successful with these leads. What we're doing, drop a 1 in the chat if you understand that it's very clear the only way to make money here, the only way to win here is to sell solar. Please just drop a 1 in the chat if you understand that. Okay. With that said, there's a lot of people, and the way the world is, things are moving toward virtual. You have much more leverage. You have much more reach. With virtual, you're not restricted by geographical location. And with that said, it's like, you got to have leads some way. I don't want anybody to think that we're here to shove lead batches down everybody's throats. I know you guys, for the last month or 2-3 months, ever since Ask Solar's come out, every time we're talking about leads, it's because it's what y'all need, right? It's because it's what we all need. We have to have them. Man, when I came from insurance, you were scratching and clawing to get the A leads, the cream of the crop, that were way more than this. And like I said, when I came into solar, it's like, holy shit, man, some of these times, sometimes you're spending, $1,000 plus, just for management fees. That doesn't even count the leads. So I think this is huge. We are doing our best to make it accessible and attainable for every single one of you guys to win here, to win and win big. And this is just another way. Adam's going to drop the link in the chat one more time. It's going to be in the Team Sunny Badgers chat. Joaquin, I'll make sure that you have it. If you have people that are want to participate, Ian, I'll make sure that you have it. If you have people, or if you guys want to click it and just bookmark it real fast. Let's make it happen. If you guys got some value, please take yourselves off mute for Adam Chandler one more time. The man, the myth, soon to be legend. Holy cow, bro. Thank you for the presentation. Guys, give it up for Adam one more time. And we will see you guys tomorrow on the company call, top 1% call. You guys are going to hear from Carlos. You guys are going to hear from Stanley. Plenty of stories on the company call tomorrow. Love you guys. Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Awesome.